guys. Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 o'clock Thursdays. Energy's pretty good today. This is a 99% clairvoyant reading. If you have not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, please subscribe, watch those videos, and leave a comment, please. Algorithms will pick that up and take the channel around the world. So please do that for me. Leave comments, whatever, good or bad, doesn't matter. Yeah, gonna talk for an hour. There's a lot to talk about. Hey, Allison Strange, what's going on? Hey, Sherry. Yeah, hi, Nance. Yes, we're going to channel for an hour. Kelly, how's Dan? Is he better? Hey, Robin. Hey, Kathy. I think everybody's ready for Coaching for the Soul, huh? Everybody's popping out. Ding, 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 ding. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. Hi, Marcia. How are you? Good. I'm glad Dan's better. Glad he's better. Yeah. Kathy says, this week has been interesting. Do you think? Saturday, baby. Yep, we're going to talk about all that kind of stuff. Saturday. You'll feel fabulous sometime on Saturday or on Sunday when you wake up. You'll be like, oh my God, what happened? Yep. It's going to be pretty cool. So, chimes. Yep. So, yeah. It's a pretty good deal. But everybody's going through hell. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh. We're going to talk about that too. Yeah. Give it another couple minutes, see who else pops on. Yeah. So, oh, you can see the fan and the thing. That's weird. Hey, Erica. I forgot to shut it off. Today's been a freaking whirlwind. It's like a freaking time warp. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Hey, Billy. How are you? Yeah. So, I think we're going to start because he's like, come on, go. Okay. Hey, Laura. Namaste to you. Okay, so the big event is Saturday. The lunar full moon eclipse. Okay? And that's what you guys are feeling now, is the energy of illumination, Spirit says, which is powerful. Okay? Our bodies automatically are attracted to it. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I'm coughing. I haven't coughed in like a week. I think it's the air conditioning. Hang on, I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I've got to shut it off. Okay, cool. All right, so. Like I said, today's been like a time warp. I forgot it was 3 o'clock. What time is it? It's 3:01. What the hell? Okay, so when there's a full moon at all, our bodies react to letting things go. Okay? That's why we can feel it, right? We're not immune from the feeling of the moon. Why? Because we're water, right? Just like the oceans, right? Higher tides, things like that, because of the gravity between the earth and the moon. So, when there is an eclipse on top of that, it is intensified by 10, right? Because what the universe is trying to get you to do, to let stuff go, right? We're getting ready for 2024. So when stuff comes up, right? And if you get it in your heart like I do, around my heart, it's like, WTF. I can't believe it. It's back again. Now what, right? I've been doing this right? This ascension, this whole thing is happening within like 10 years time. And I'm like, okay, my past is my past, right? So when those things come up, everybody, you have to identify them. You can't just feel them. You got to know what it is. So that's when you sit quiet. Or when you're driving, listen to your favorite song. Or you're at the house listening to your favorite song. Or you're watching a movie that you truly love, right? When you're chill, when you're balanced, that's when they're going to bring that up, and ding, third eye is going to be, I know what that is. I know what that is, but it's not the only one. It's not the only thing, okay? So it is very, very, hang on. It's very, very intense energy, and we need you to participate in that, all right? Because they have to work through us to get us to participate. How do they do that? By making it hard. By making it hard, right? And that's when you guys text me or call me on the phone and say, Bill, what the hell is going on? I don't understand. What is it? Why? Oh my God, crazy. So grab a tablet when you're sitting, write stuff down, because it's not going to be the only thing. All right? If you do, I know. If you just do one thing at a time, Spirit says, it may not come back to you this time. It may take another full moon next month. Okay? Or a new moon next month. So, yes. So as number 1 comes out and you see it, right? Or you know what it is. Again, they trigger your mind, right? They truly do. Okay, so there's that. Okay, don't just stop it and go, okay, I got to work on that and write it down. No. Okay, but that's the first thing. Second thing is this. And the third thing. And the fourth thing. And the fifth thing. Okay, so out of the 10 things I've worked on for the last 5 years, there's only 5 left. Because a lot of times, they're tied to each other. Okay? Okay? So what is that? It means that when I work on number 1, it might be tied to number 5. Or number 6. Or maybe 1 and 2. Right? Because it's all emotional things. It's all emotional things. Why? Because the moon is emotions. Okay? It's water. So what you really have to do is, this will probably be the only time I'll tell you to focus on that. You got to focus on it. Okay? Because if you don't focus on it, you're going to have a struggle in 24. All right? So you really want to just do everything that you possibly can to get time alone, even if it's thanks, Billy. So you can get away sometime if you can this week before Saturday, even if it's Saturday, okay? Even if it's Sunday, all right? Because I know why I'm coughing. Sorry, guys. I got my intense flu shot today at 1 o'clock. So I think because I'm really hot, and I'm like, okay, it's really hot in here. But and I got a little bit of a fever, so it's not bad. Okay, cool. But that's what it is. Okay, so sorry to break that energy. But what he wants us to all do is understand that things can be tied to each other. Okay, they truly can. And when we do that, right, we don't know what it is. We just focus on number 1, right? But interestingly enough, I can be the judge and jury on that. I made myself a little list. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, what happened to number 5? It's gone. What is it, Spirit? You already cleared it. Oh, how did I do that? Then there's nothing, right? Just they want me to know that I did. That's for you also, okay? So make the list. Don't wait until the winter solstice. Please do not wait till the winter solstice, which is going to hit us in the freaking chest with all kinds of dimensional energy. And January the 1st, another punch of new dimensional energy, right? And all that means is they are activating what's already downloaded. That's all it is, right? We already have it. But we're not ready yet to allow them to activate it because it's not, right? We have keystones, right? We have timelines. We're not up to the timeline yet. But we're going to be Saturday. And two weeks ago, right? On the 14th with the solar eclipse. And then the next one between new moons and full moons is going to be the winter solstice on the 21st of December. And it's only 7 weeks away. Can you imagine that? Christmas is 7 weeks away. Kind of weird. Maybe 8. So, James, our job right now, as we're being activated every day, guys, don't think that you're not getting activated because you are. It's just not conscious yet. Saturday you'll be conscious. Trust me. I've told many people this week and last week, when you wake up on Sunday morning or you wake up on Saturday morning, the day of the eclipse, and you go, okay, I feel freaking weird. I got me some vertigo. I've got some nausea in my stomach. I got a little cough. You won't have all of it, but you have something. That's all because of what happened overnight. Okay? Because the lunar eclipse actually happens on the 27th in Europe. So it's kind of the energy's already here, right? New Zealand and Australia, I think, are 12 hours ahead of us. I think that's what it is. Maybe 18 hours, I'm not really sure. But again, it's on the planet, right? The energy's already here. So on Friday, don't be surprised if you feel it. If you don't, that's cool. That's awesome. That means that you are in a higher dimensional space than you believe. Because we're all further than we think, right? Our ego truly, even in spirituality, right? Even in our ascension, doesn't let us believe how high we are. How high we are. Okay? Because if we... I know, he's laughing. He said, because if we let human know and they're not prepared for it, they'll go batshit crazy. Because I've told you guys this before. When you start to be opened, like 95%, 100%, they will make you believe that you should be in Tahiti right now, and you got to be there by Saturday for the solar eclipse. And I'm telling you, some people take that information and they freaking go to Tahiti. Oh my God, it's Thursday, I got to get there. They buy a $4,000 ticket, they go to Tahiti for nothing. Because everything is so backed up. Ego. Okay? We're not clear, most of us are not clear channels yet. Thank God I am. But it still gets stuck. It still gets stuck. Why? Because of ego. Ego. My God. This week has been tough, right? Because we all have to figure out what is our stuff. Mine is my stuff with my mom and my dad, right? You can't judge 1960, 1965, 1970, 1975 by today. People were dumb as hell, spiritually. Even the ones that went to church, dumb as dirt. Dumb as dirt. They didn't know anything about anything. My mother was raised by my grandmother and my grandfather, and my grandmother was a you-know-what. No love, no attention, no nothing. Because she was raised by my great-grandmother who came from England. And you don't show emotion in England at all. Because we've been bombed so many times or wherever the hell their thing comes from, right? They don't smile a lot. When they come to America, like, oh my God, everybody here's so friendly. Not really, we're just smiling at you. Right? But we are friendlier than them. So understanding that, okay, how do I deal with the way that my mother raised me and my sister and my two brothers? It was strict. Do as I say, not as I do. I had you kids for you to take care of me, not me take care of you. We heard that over and over and over and over again when we were kids. That's just my mom. That's okay. I forgave her years ago for everything, right? But guess what? I really didn't. I mean, I was her favorite child. I mean, I got the bonus of being her favorite child, and I still got it. I was talking to my sister today, and we were talking about how bad my mother did not like her. Did not like anything about her, didn't know why she had another girl, and told her so. I'd have much rather had a boy than a girl, because boys can go outside and play, I don't have to worry about them. But she's a girly girl, and I'm not a girly girl, so I don't know what to do with her. Well, she's still your kid. So she didn't treat my sister very well, okay? And she was very, very curt when she talked, very sarcastic. There was always a comma on the end that struck you in the heart. And we couldn't react to that at all. My sister was a whiner. I was a crier. I cried all the time. Because I've got this, right? Don't know what's going on in the world. And why the hell am I feeling this pressure? And why am I feeling like, back then, why do I believe I need to be in Hawaii? Listen to Hawaii music every Sunday at 1 o'clock. Upstairs, and I think I've told this story before, upstairs in my bedroom with my headphones on, and my mother and father had these albums, and they were Hawaiian music. Don't know why, but I found them. I would listen, and I would cry for an hour. Just cry. Cry for an hour, okay? My mother would say to my sister or my brothers, "Where's Billy?" And usually my sister or my brother Dave. And no, he's upstairs in his room. Is he crying? They're like, yeah. So then I'd come down after about an hour when the album was done, and I would walk down the stairs. My mom was in the family room. I'd walk out. My eyes would be all red. She'd say, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes. Yes, I'm okay." Right. "Well, honey, go into the bathroom and wash your face." Not, "Honey, what's wrong?" Nothing like that, right? Not that she didn't care, but she wasn't emotionally available at all, ever in our lifetime. Okay? So we have to look at stuff like that, right? That how mean my mother was. But she wasn't mean to other people. She wasn't mean to, well, she was mean to some people, but not my friends, not my sister's friends, not my sister's boyfriends, not any of my brother's girlfriends. You know, mine was hidden. You know, had to be back then. He was 17, I was 13 when we started the thing. We lasted 7 years, right? So who'd have thought? But we have to think about how we grew up, because that's what's coming up. Trust me. You can't carry third dimensional bullshit. Got swearing. Into 2024 and beyond. We can't move. We cannot take it into 5th, 6th, or 7th dimension. We can't. So I know Spirit says they're not going to beat it out of you, but they're going to make you be in the fetal position. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. As the energy intensifies, it intensifies. Okay. So, like I said, I forgive my mom and my dad. I truly have. I'm never going to be mad at them. They did the best they could. I had a place to stay. It was really nice. I had food to eat. Not that I always ate it, because I didn't. A warm house, right? A beautiful house on a private lake in northern Michigan. Yeah, that's just my mom. That's just my dad, you know. And we have to think about that, because it's tucked way down inside of us, guys. The fact that my father never came to the hospital in the 10 years I was in the hospital with kidney disease. Your father doesn't like hospitals. Really? Your kid's almost dying. You're not going to go to the hospital and see him? But back then you just accepted it, right? Okay, dad doesn't like it. Okay. But what that makes you feel like as a child, you don't matter. Don't matter. Ooh, I know, Spirit. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, see? But we do matter. That's the thing. We matter more than anything else on the planet. And that's why I do this program. I know. Because we have to take our past. I'm trying not to cry. We have to take our past and we have to show it. We have to see it. We have to go, okay, I forgive my mom and my dad, or when my brother Dave beat my ass at least twice a week when my parents weren't around, because he didn't want me to be big. My mom's favorite. Well, he was my mom's favorite before I was born. So I still to this day, we don't talk to each other. Because it's your fault my life sucks. Okay, I'll take that on. Not really, but okay, you can believe that. But I had to look at that too, right? Why didn't he? And I forgive him. He's my brother. Something happens to him, I'll be upset. I'll be very, very upset. But it doesn't mean I gotta be around him. Right? I love him, my brother. Known him my whole life. But that doesn't mean I gotta have him in my house. But those are the things that we have to look at, right? And it's normally mom and dad. Okay? Therapy can work. I was in therapy for 13 years. Because I had all kinds of, I had steamer trunks full of baggage, everybody, from my childhood. And past lives. Okay? So, another thing, when you do that, when you start to allow energy to flow upwards, right? If you know anything about your past lives at all, okay? I know my last 2 past lives. That you can connect what you are saying, thinking, bringing up, and looking at in your mind's eye or in your mind or your. I sometimes do this. I look at my iPad when it's on, but like it's not dark screen, it's actually on there with the apps. I look in that, it's kind of cool. I can actually bring stuff up from past lives. Kind of a trancy kind of thing. I mean, I have a crystal ball, but I don't use it, right? So what I realized Tuesday in quantum healing with Brenda is that in my past 2 lives, hey Carmen, I was a prostitute, okay? Last lifetime, I was a prostitute in Mexico City, and I was strangled by a John and killed at 24. Lifetime before that, I was a prostitute in someplace in Spain. I'm not really sure where. And at 29, I was smothered by a John. Hence why I'm not straight. Okay? And I knew that. But also what that's tied to. Okay? Now, that's why I'm gay. That's why I didn't like straight men when I was growing up at all. Not straight kids, not anything, because it was danger. I brought that from past lives. But also the fact of love. It's very, very important, guys, for us to understand how much we were loved, and was it unconditionally? Or was it, you do this, I'll give you this? Okay? So I can take my life this lifetime and know for sure I've never been loved unconditionally except for Bailey, right? He didn't care if daddy was in a bad mood or if daddy was in a good mood. Didn't matter, right? But I've never had that love that some people have had. I don't think many of us have. But I understand why I have chosen the path that I've had this lifetime of not having anybody in my life for 16 years before Lee. Didn't know why. I was working a lot, but I didn't attract, right? And that was because I truly believe the past 2 lifetimes. I was looking for love as a prostitute, right? See? In this lifetime as a gay boy, trust me, I had a lot of playtime with guys growing up. But how did that happen? I was searching for that love, and no one ever stayed around. Just like past lives. See? So from past lives, I have all that stuff in my craw. I have all that stuff deep down inside of my body and my soul that they need us as a collective to let go. See? To let go. And that's what this work's all about. Because you guys are further along than you truly believe. Most of you have touched 5D more than once. You just don't realize it yet. When you have those good days, when your vibration is kicking and everything is cool, for me it's today, everything's good because of quantum healing, really. And this, you can actually understand that, man, today's an awesome day. Everything's going my way. Went and got my freaking flu shot in Royal Oak at Beaumont. And I had all green lights there and all green lights back. I made it back from 13 Mile Road in 15 minutes? That's not possible. It takes a half an hour at least. No, all green lights. Because my vibration's high. I've been in 5D a lot today. Tris Parker. Yeah. So as we let our stuff go, as we look at it, right, we have to feel it. We have to feel it and look at it and go, okay, I remember that happening. Or there was always conditions on love, right? There was always this, there was always that. Is it my mom and dad's fault? No. My mother didn't grow up with love. My father did. He was the only boy in my dad's family that survived. His other 2 brothers died when they were 2 years old, 4 years old, whatever it is. And he had 2 older sisters. And one of his sisters died. See? So he had my granny, who's from France, who spoke this much English her entire lifetime. And so he was brought up by females. So he knew about love. Plus he was really good looking. So he really didn't have to. He just attracted women all the time. All the time. He was that good looking. Yeah. So he learned how to treat ladies. And he taught his boys how to treat women. He truly did. ebb and flowed with my mom, right? He knew who she was. They're soulmates. He tried to make her life as easy as possible, as did I. But you know what? It doesn't always happen. But you have to look at that and clear that energy of I'm not getting anything back, right? I'm not getting anything back, and you're supposed to. It's an energy exchange, guys. That's why Spirit always talks about the way that we treat our kids. Because they're already starseeds, most of them. They're already connected, 100%. And us giving them 3D aggravation only damages them. Not to believe in who they are. They don't tell you what they see. They don't tell you what they feel. They don't tell you to look out. Because if I say anything out of place, mom's going to smack me. My mom's going to yell at me. My dad's going to get up out of the chair and the anger is just, I can feel it. He's like, ugh. No. That's not the way that you raise children in 5D. It's not. We're evidence of that. Because most people that watch this are over the age of 40. But I got my lovely other ones too. Allison Strange, Jamie. Yeah, there's all kinds of people that are in elements they're wonderful because they're so freaking open and they don't have all that freaking baggage that we've got from past lives and this lifetime. So we just have to make sure, right, that the way we treat our kids is not the way that our parents treated us. And my sister and I were talking today. We had a really great childhood. Overall, the home sucked. But all my friends loved my house because my mom was so friendly. Really? To my friends. They loved my mom. Yeah. See? My mom was cool. But she was curt. Sarcastic. With the knife right in your heart. Because my grandmother was like that to her. And all her sisters. We learned from our parents who to be. The blessing is we get to change that. And all of you who are not 64 in freaking 2 months, take note of that. You've got plenty of time to live in 5, 6, and 7 dimension for the rest of your freaking life. 30, 40, 50, maybe 60 years. Because we're going to regenerate our bodies in certain instances, right? This probably won't change much as I age, as you age. You'll probably get younger looking. But our job is, and their job, is to absolutely, it's not punishment. I know. Tell them it's not punishment. Tell them it's not punishment. I know, it's not punishment, guys. Sometimes I think it is. Because like, what else do I have to fucking do to get this not to happen anymore? Then I went to quantum healing. And I freaking found out, well, Bill, guess what? You're on your last thing to clear until you can journey to 6th dimension. Oh, that was going to 5. Oh, no, you're going to 6. Well, what is 6? I don't know what it is. We don't even know what 5 is, right? It's just different. It's different and calm and loving and wonderful. Everybody gets along. There's no wars. There's no bullshit. Bullshit. Sorry, came out again. Yeah. Because Spirit keeps saying, we need to drop it. We need to effing drop it. We need to effing drop it. Why doesn't the human understand? They have to look at it and understand what it is so that we can take it away. But we can't take it away until they look at it and understand where it came from. It's true. It's true. Even therapy back in the day, in the 2000s to 2013, right? It didn't touch this, right? It touched all the other layers of bleh that I had brought to this lifetime and what I experienced in this lifetime, right? Because we have to clear the bullying. We have to clear the hate, especially if you're different, right? And also if you're not white, if you're not a female. But if you're a female, you got it. Gay people got it. Black folks get it. Yeah. Not all, but it's something that we as individuals on our timeline, right? On our soul journey, right? It's all right there. We don't get to see that till we get up there. It's a long time for that. But the great thing is, with our guides allowing us and putting stuff in front of us, right? Okay, boom. Look at that, Bill. Okay, it's a phone. Turn it on. Turn it on. Go to Facebook. Go to Facebook. Chimes. And right there will be what I'm supposed to work on. Now, do they always tell me, do they always talk to me like that? No. I'll get, without even knowing that I'm getting it, I'll go to the phone, I'll open it up, I'll go to Facebook, and I'll be like, oh, look at that. What is that? Wow, dang, that's pretty great. And I'll hear, mm-hmm. But they didn't tell me. They led me. And that's what we all have to do. We have to understand that we have to flow, right? You got to get rid of what doesn't serve you. If you just eliminated a person of interest from your life, it's not Lee, someone else, and you cared about them, but it wasn't what you needed, it wasn't what you wanted. It's something that I wanted when I was like 5 years ago. Bill would have accepted that, but not anymore. It's not unconditional love. No, it's got to be everything, or we ain't getting down with each other. Not gonna happen. See, but if you lose a boyfriend, you lose a girlfriend, you lose. I mean, those are the two major things that affect us the most when we are single. Okay, because they're bringing us people for us to react to, so that our stuff comes up. And most people push it right back down. For a little bit I did. Other people have not. And they wonder, how come I can't attract? Because you can't attract when you're hurting. You can't. Your energy is in a place of neutrality. Why? Because it's working on your heart. Working on your emotions. And that stinks. Because when you think something's going to work out, and you really like the person, and it doesn't. And you make the decision for yourself for the first time in my life, trust me, the first time in my life at 63, almost 64, that I chose to step away because I wasn't getting what I needed. And anybody who wants attention from you likes you. And if you can't be open thinking, oh my God, she's an energy vampire, he's an energy vampire, then it's you, not them. Unless they're really needy, or they have to be around you 24 hours a day. I mean, stuff like that, yes. But if somebody just wants to, after a month, 2 months, kind of says good morning or whatever like that, or, have a good day, or this is how my day has gone, blah, 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 just kind of like a little communication back and forth, perfect. But they need attention, as you need attention when you want it. And it cannot be limited. It cannot be. That's not love. It's not love, not love, not love. Okay? It's not. It is casual love, but that's not real. It's not real. I want everybody, as we go into 5D, which is all about love, there's no anger, there's no BS, there's no nothing. Unless we have to come down to 3D to take care of our business. But as millions of people ascend in 2024, we're going to have lots of company. Lots of company. Why? Because everybody on the freaking planet is going through BS, and they don't know why. They don't have any idea. The muggles are clueless, but they're going through the same thing we are, and they don't know why. Why am I in a place, Bill? This is crazy. My friends from high school, right? Bill, because I guess they think I know because they know what I do, right? Well, gosh, I don't understand, blah, 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 blah. So, well, that's because we're doing this. And I try to make it as dumb as possible so they get it. And one of my friends I grew up with actually cornered me at the reunion and said, I need to talk to you for like an hour. Call me. I've known him freaking my whole life. Dude, just call me. It's no big deal. No, well, yeah, he's a chiropractor. And it's he's a really cool friend. I mean, we've known each other again all of our lives. And he gets it. But he came from a muggle. He came from muggledom. But by watching coaching for a little bit, he's like, oh, Bill, I feel like this dimension. I need to know more about that. He's my age, right? He's connected. He's a Taurus. Of course he's connected. So they're going through it too. So when people start to come up to you now and in 2024 and tell you their life story for no reason, your light is as big and as bountiful as you can possibly imagine. It's a big ball of white light surrounding you, coming down through your crown, coming out from your crown, grounding you into the ground this much, to keep you from flying away. And that's when you, the teacher, schools them on things. Because you'll remember when you started this journey, you'll remember what people told you, you'll remember all that stuff, right? And you'll go, Bill, how do I remember that stuff? Because you're the teacher now. I've told you guys that. Spirit is excited to see all of the blossoms bloom, he says. Yeah. Because when we get through this solar eclipse, or this lunar eclipse, and we get through the winter solstice, and everybody's like, holy moly, this is crazy. I know blah, blah, blah now. Well, yeah, of course you do. And we get into 2024, which is going to fly faster than 2023. Okay? And I will tell you this, November, because of Scorpio, okay? Bricks are going to start to fall in our country. Okay? It's not a bad thing, but karma's coming. For all of us, right? But those of us, like you and me, have this much karma. Or you wouldn't be watching Coach for the Soul. Truly. You would be watching something on Netflix instead of watching this. Right? Or it doesn't come to your feed. Right? Yeah. So as the dominoes fall, because they're going to, it is to scare the muggles into going WTF. World's not going to end. Not. We're all safe. Trust me, you're connected by spirit. God, right? You're going to have enough to eat. You can have your house. You can have your apartment. You can have your car. Nothing's going to change, guys. Not going to change. But the freakouts around you, like your family and your friends and people at work, gosh, okay, you're like, Bill, why are they freaking? Because they don't know what the hell it is. I'm waking up with these visions in my head. I'm having these dreams, and I'm starting to shake in the middle of the night. And I wake up at 3:30 every morning, and I don't know why. I'm just laying in bed, and I can't get back to sleep for like a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Well, yeah, because they're opening the connection, but they don't know that. You don't know how many people I talk to that have no clue what any of that is. They come to me for the first time, and they're fascinated because they go, "Yeah, I know that." Oh my gosh, Bill, I know that too. Well, of course you do. Or you wouldn't be on the phone or in FaceTime or in Zoom having a conversation for an hour and a half. And readings are on sale right now too. Yeah, see? So you've got many steps ahead, Spirit says. And everybody has to understand that that's where you are. Take your place. Up here, because they're down here. Family, friends, whatever. And if you don't like them, don't help them. If they don't come with the right energy, sorry, no time. Do they know about the energy? No, but they'll learn from somebody else. You're not their person. Does that make sense? We can all feel energy of human beings, especially in 3D, because we're all empathic, automatically, intuitive, right? So it doesn't matter if they're blood or not. Let me get that straight. Okay? Blood is just the family you were born into. It doesn't mean you're supposed to be there forever. And that's the truth. You find your tribe. You find your people. And we're all going to find those people, right? So it is very, very important that to understand that you're at this level. You're probably in 4D already. And then you touch 5D for a day or two and you come back down. Especially... Hey, Tom, on the eclipses, on the winter solstice. Because those are power, like just boom. The earth the vibration goes way up. Why? To bring this stuff up. So we can pinpoint it and reconcile. Pinpoint it and reconcile. Understanding that all 5 things might be taken care of in 2 conversations, right? They might be tied to each other. We don't know. But the thing is, they're showing you, they're bringing you in your mind's eye, they're bringing up a recollection, right, of childhood. So you can pass that stuff and let it go, and it's going to be so much easier now than it was a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. Pandemic was one thing, right? So this weekend, and after, as those things come up, when you're just chilling, doing whatever, right? Make sure that you write them down. And you have a list of the stuff that and don't think anything's too petty. No, but I'll tell you what, ego will look at that list, everybody. Oh, that's too, oh, we can't do that today. I don't have time. Oh, this one here, oh no, I don't want to get into that. You have to. You have to get into the way that your mother treated you, your father treated you, your grandma's treated you, your grandpa's treated you, your aunts treated you, your uncles treated you. People's moms that you were friends with, right? I'm friends with the kids, but what did the moms do? And how abused were they, meaning the kids, that they would talk to you about it? I had quite a few. You know, so there's nothing that we can say, no, I don't want to do that. Because you don't leave the hard stuff to the end, guys. Trust me, you don't. Just do whatever's on your list, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. If you got 10, whatever. Okay? Don't think it's too much. I just don't want you guys to write out 25. Because they're all tied together. Don't do that stuff. Let them bring the thought to you. Think about it, okay? And find out how your heart feels. Because that's where it's lying right there. If it feels like it's being grabbed, it's like, ooh, I don't like that. That's the one to do. Because that's the hard one. And you're gonna cry, you're gonna get mad, you're gonna get pissed off. Take a walk. Because guess what? When you let that go, when you really work on it and understand the damage your childhood had on you, you'll be free. Trust me, it's the truth. And the awesome thing is, you're so close. That's why they're doing it now, because it'll be easier to let go of once you look at it. Because you're not 3Ders. None of you are. You wouldn't be watching this program if you're a 3Der. Not going to happen. You'd be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I don't know what. The way that a lot of people talk about astrology. People, I don't get astrology. Okay. But you will. Because it's going to play in your future. So that's why it is so important, right? That as we work on stuff in the next, 8.5 weeks? Not even. 7.5 weeks before the winter solstice. It's all going to bubble up, guys. Let it happen. November might be kind of a pissing match, Spirit says, right? Because you may have friends who are going through it too, right? I know Leah's. He won't say a word about anything. Not at all. Nothing. He's just angry and pissed off. And I'm sure that stuff's running through his mind. But he isn't willing to practice because he's afraid if he does that, the steamer trunks will blow open, like with me in 2000. And then have to deal with all this stuff. But we all have to. He's clairvoyant and a double Virgo. He's going to Hawaii to meet his husband, right? He's already connected to Spirit. But he thinks he can control it. You guys know you can't control it. You'll lose that battle. Trust me. The first 5 years of this journey were rough. Because I'd always been in charge of myself, right? Always done what I wanted to do. To my parents' chagrin, right? They were like, oh my God, what's he doing? Yeah. Like taking the bus downtown Jackson to get my corduroys from Jacobson's at 12, 13. Mm-hmm. With my sister. So as those things come up, right, we have to make sure that we document it and keep it. Don't throw it away. Because you're going to be able to show somebody in your future, people's, Spirit says, how you did it when you got to that point. But understand, everybody has to start from scratch. Have to. Meditations, quiet time, Learning how to control your ego. Learning how to not allow people to treat you like trash. Sticking up for yourself. Okay? And that's hard for a lot of people to do. Very hard. If I wasn't at work, I was a wimp. Because work I could control, right? But I'm very shy. When it comes to my personal life and things, I'm really shy. Capricorns are all shy. Unless we're in front of people. Then we have to become that chameleon and be that person they're expecting us to be. That's Capricorn. The 12,000 years of lifetimes, right? And we all have our thing. But also what we have to do is understand that if you're an introvert, you have to become an extrovert. Because when people walk up to you at the grocery store or wherever, right? At the picnic, at your bowling league, whatever it may be, the golf course, right? They start babbling about you're like, why are people telling me that? Why? Because all they see, they feel comfortable, and they absolutely just regurgitate. Because it's their first step in ascension. I mean, people have been doing that to me since I was like 11, 12, 13. I didn't know why. I just knew that at the end of the conversation, I was exhausted because I was channeling at 12 or 13 or 10, right? And giving people advice, I called it. And they went, oh, that totally makes sense. Yeah, my gosh, that totally makes sense. Yeah. Like I've said before, there was a couple that lived 3 houses down from me on the street in front of my house, and they would sit on there, and they were wonderful, wonderful people. And I'd ride my bike up after dinner. They'd be sitting out on the front porch. We'd be jabbing, jab, jab, jab. I don't know what I was saying at 12, 10, 13. Just came out of my mouth. Oh my God, that really works. Yeah. And we talk in the daytime. Just ride my bike up the driveway. You know, like I was grown. Some of us have that history. And those of you that don't have that history, it's coming. It's coming. Beamins, Tom. Yeah. And Fitzy's too. Yeah. Understand that you're here at this time to participate in the evolution, in the ascension, right? Your soul went hell to the yeah. I'm going then there. I'm going. It's going to be fun. No. Because your soul doesn't really know until his soul journey, right? And goes, that can't be that bad. Oh my God. But I get to be there for the great ascension that's slowly coming into practice. So it ain't a flip a switch and all of a sudden we're in a different place. No. No, it's not. But the cool thing is we can predict that we'll be able to talk without speaking. Okay? We'll be able to transport ourselves to other places in the world by, let's say, 2035, 2030, 2020, 2035. Yeah, that's 7 to 10 years. Yeah. Because what you see today in us is not going to be who we're going to be. If you look at the last 20 years, 23 years, let's say, from 2020, or from 2000, how much has changed in your life technology-wise? I have a freaking smart TV that I can put something from YouTube on my smart TV by hitting a button. Really? Yeah. I don't have to look on this or my iPad. I can put it on my 65-inch screen TV that's a smart TV. Who'd have thought? There's no tubes. So think about that. In 23 years, we've gone to being here, and we thought we were good then, right? When cell phones came out in the late 1990s. Check that out. To where we are now. Because we forget, it doesn't matter who you are, that you have history. And how have things changed since the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s? A lot. The 2010s, a lot. The pandemic changed everything. Everything. I realized that when people weren't going to come to my class reunion a couple Fridays ago, or a couple Saturdays ago. 135 came last time 5 years ago. This time I got hit 70 and maybe 50 people showed up. Right? Because people got affected by the pandemic. A lot of those ties were cut. Yeah. Which you'd never think would happen, right? Well, the pandemic and the energy and spirit, aliens, had it all planned. Right? You signed on for that. You signed on for the ridding of your stuff, your garbage, letting it go, looking at it, going, oh my God, that was painful when I was 9. You know, it's painful when my boyfriend, when I was 14 or whatever, right? Or when I was 19, or I got divorced at 22, or I lost a child, or whatever. I was assaulted physically, emotionally. See? Miscarriages, abortions, all kinds of things that affect us emotionally, right? And what does human do? Because we're really good at survival. You push it down. Push it down. Oh, I have an empty crevice right here. Right in there. So right now what we're doing is we're pulling everything out of the crevices, right? Everything that we tucked away thousands of years ago, we're reenacting today. That's why people are being triggered by the wars. That's why people are being triggered by the price of things that has come down, but it's still higher than it was before the pandemic. Of course it is. The employment is good. It's great. But 15% of the population decided not to go back to work because they didn't need to. They were just working because that's what we've always done. I have friends who didn't go back to work. I've talked about that before. Their wives make over a lot. They make a lot. And they work at the car companies, right? And their husbands, were just working because they have a degree and they were making like 60 grand and they a little added income, blah, blah, blah. We can take a trip. We can buy a house up north, buy a boat, whatever, right? All the toys. But after being home for 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, whatever it was, right? I really like my kids. I'll stay home with the kids instead of paying an astrological amount of money for daycare. I'll pick the kids up from school. I'll bring them home, give them their snack, whatever. I'll take them to ballet. I'll take them to baseball. I'll take whatever. Mom comes home at 6 o'clock and there's food. That's what it's about. So everything shifted. Everything shifted in us. So sometimes we have to look back and go, okay, things have changed a lot. And so have I. It's only going to get better. The thing we have to do, especially now, till the end of the year, we have to sit with our stuff and go, okay, yes, my mom was like that. Love her to death, right? She's here all the time with my dad, right? I can never hate him. I can never think that they abused me because they didn't know anything else. It wasn't physical, it was emotional, but they didn't know anything else. Hell, they were freaking born before the Depression. They didn't teach this stuff back then at all. They never did. I didn't learn. My family didn't even talk about sex. I mean, come on. It was taboo. Well, okay. We were all having it. Yeah. But now, it's easier to talk about those things with your kids because they get it. Or they, oh, Mom, come on. Dad, oh, my God, stop. Stop. I know how to do it. Well, how do you know? Like always, we learn from our friends. Yeah. Or we don't learn, and when it happens, we're like, oh, this is pretty cool. Happens to a lot of guys like that. Yeah. Again, we're kind of late beginners, right? Late starters. Yep. Tom, don't get me... I know, Tom, right? Don't get you started on your childhood, I know. So that's what we got to do. They're going to... I know. Again, Spirit wants to say, it's not punishment. You know what that means, right? And it's not punishment. I want you to get your ego out of that. And it's not punishment. It's your job. You signed up for it to be here now. Stop playing with my nose. Yeah. You tweaking my nose right now. Stop. Yeah. He thinks it's funny. But it's our responsibility to make us feel better, to allow us to go into 5th, 6th, 7th dimension and understand what the fuck it is. It's love, it's chilling, it's abundance. It is absolutely bliss. But we have to allow the flow, right? If you're thinking about stuff and you're not taking care of it, you wonder why you're not getting abundance? That energy is heavy as hell. This is light and fluffy energy. We want to bring you all this ancient money, but you're not receiving it right now. Why? Because of that right there. Why? Leave me alone. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just angry. Well, stop. Why are you angry? Why are you angry? Write it down. And then if it takes an afternoon of being off from work and the kids are at school or whatever, you owe it to yourself to do it. Be glad you did. Spiritual says sometimes in an afternoon you can knock out 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things. If your list is this long and you still got to add to it, right? Because you haven't done any work yet. You haven't started to forgive people and understand that they did the best that they could with what they knew. Again, Tom, my good friend, that I grew up with, loved my mother. Yeah. He wasn't there all the time. But my mom tricked him and my friend Mark into eating rabbit for the first time. She told him it was chicken. Well, dude, the meat is dark, all of it. And there's no breasts. It's just, legs and that stuff, which I didn't eat. And they were sitting at the kitchen table and they were just loving it, right? Those are my two good friends I grew up with. But when they weren't around, yeah. Tom says we ate everything. They ate everything at my house. Yeah. Because it was a great place to be, right? The energy was always good, usually, when people were around. It wasn't always bad. It's never always bad. That's why none of us, unless you need to, right? I can't hate my parents. I can't. Yeah. So we have to look at that, right? And that's why it's so very important that you're feeling the way that you're feeling. Because the muggles are feeling it too. And they don't understand why. Okay? At least you do. As you go through your files of this much stuff, guys. It's not this. Not this. No, it's this. You're at the end of the journey. Because they're going to rush you into 5D as quickly as they can because they need friggin' help. They can't handle it all. As the energy flips, can you imagine in 2024 when the energy gradually flips? You think the people are going to be like, WTF? The muggles? They're going to freak the frick out. And then they come to you and say, so, are you feeling this, blah, 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 blah? And they say, well, yeah, it's da-da-da. How do you know that? And then you have the conversation. Friends are going to contact you. Family's going to contact you. Right? And I'll tell you this, guys, you know more than you think. You more than you think. Melinda, have you seen Harry Potter? If you haven't, watch the first and second movies, please. You'll understand exactly what's going on today. Muggles are people who are not going to ascend into fifth dimension and higher. They're people who are clueless and are going to stay in 3D until they die. Hi, Terry. Yeah. So I'll tell you, if you want to really know what the hell's going on, watch that first Harry Potter movie. You'll be like, oh my God, this is crazy. Because the words they use and the way that they do it, and the second one too, oh yeah. It's good versus evil. 3D is the evil. Yeah. So, there it is. That one went really fast. So if you guys have questions, put them underneath, below, and I'll answer them. I'll take the video down from Facebook tomorrow morning. I'm starting to do that because it's easier. Because then I can answer people's questions tonight, and then in the morning, if there is any more. It's easier for me, and it makes it easier for a lot of people too. And then if you notice when I post the Coaching for the Soul, when I'm talking about it, on my Facebook page or on Instagram, there's always a link to the video. So if you don't have a YouTube account, you can still see the video. Okay? You can still see it. So tell your friends that, right? Because some people don't have YouTube. I don't want another, I don't want okay, fine. But there's always one there that you can click on. Yeah. But if you got questions, you know where to put them. If you guys would, pop over to the web, or to YouTube. probably in a half hour, because I'm going to post this bad boy on there in the next 10 minutes or so, and like it. And the more that people like it, the more they pick up the algorithms and build the channel. Also, when you comment, you know, Bill, you freaking suck, or whatever you want to say, that's fine. I don't care, you know. But leave me a message. Yeah, today was great, whatever. Whenever you see it, whenever somebody else sees it. So, and I forgot to say that at the beginning. So, I got to get myself into practice with that. So, thanks everybody. I'll see you next Thursday for another Coaching for the Soul. Thursdays at 3. See you guys.